What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another edition of the WNB Play Paper Play / Watch Party, whatever you want to freaking call it. Obviously tonight we got the Mystics and the Aces as well. The Aces, I'll be honest, I get it's for 14 games into the season, but good grief. The Aces come as one on the 2-game winning streak, but that still doesn't change the fact that a lot of shit has kind of went sideways with the franchise. I mean, granted, yes, despite the fact we won 2 championships, I'm not complaining or anything. But at the same point, same facts, like, obviously, first actually seeing this team actually have a down year. Hell, they even started going back to last season in the postseason, taking against the Liberty, and well, we know how that really turned out. Liberty coming into that, so both teams are coming in with on a 2-game win streak. However, you have the Aces in there. So for the Aces coming in at 5-5 the last 10 games, compared to the Mystics, who are the same. So pretty much, 2 teams coming in a little bit even when it comes to their winning streak. And also what happened. The last thing is, that being said, obviously the Aces is going to be going with the red uniforms. Obviously, looking at Jewel Lloyd, obviously with her first year. Last time these 2 teams met, back on May 23rd, Lloyd hits a game-winning 3 against the Mystics, and that's another problem that I've always had. Not say a problem, but like a slight issue at times. But hey. Well, we got Chelsea Gray. I mean, lineup stays the same. You have Gray, Lloyd, Jackie Young, Wilson, and Stokes. Then you got Sutton, Melbourne, Central, Irfan, and Shakir Austin rounding up the 5 for the Washington Mystics. Look at the keys to the game for the Aces, brought to you by Toyota. 1's putting the experience to work, and 2, mental over physical. So, should be and here we go. Now we got Sutton leading it off for the Mystics. Live on Amazon Prime for those who are wondering. There we go. Let's shoot 5. There's Austin. Out to Melbourne. Melbourne in the paint. A little finger roll, and that's good for 2 from Jade Melbourne. So now we got Young. Out to Wilson. Now out to Gray. Or sorry, it's Lloyd. Nice little pump fake from Gray off the glass. That is good for 2. So now I got Centron. Hands it off to Sutton. Sutton out to back to Centron. Now to Austin in the post. Austin to the basket, taking on Stokes. That is good. And that's kind of where my biggest little gripe with Stokes. She's a bit slowy. So now we got Stokes. Now out to Gray. So that's Joy Lloyd on the wing. So yeah, that is Grayson. And now we got offensive foul. Melbourne? So Gray getting called for the foul. So far, DC is over 4-2 over the Aces. And looks like now Melbourne now heading to the back. Actually, let's just hope it ain't too serious. Let's take a look at the replay. Yeah. Oh, a little elbow to the chops. Just a little. So we'll see how that really goes out. But shoot. So right now, taking a look, see this is going to be upgraded to a flagrant with a shot to the head, with the elbow to the head or to the face rather. And also crazy too in the WNBA world. We also saw DeWanna Bonner getting released from the Fever, which I'm kind of not surprised that was going to happen because the way look, I get it, she was not playing well, and the fact that I'm not saying she forced her way up, but it's like, I don't know, something that don't sit right with me, to be quite honestly. But hey, so in case if I get anybody, like I said, we do this all the time for me and Tyler. We always kind of do the old kind of. Yeah, so both teams. Ah, damn. So there is. It's taking a bit of a while. But shout out to the 60 total people that's up in here. We are coming to you live from also YouTube, not Instagram, Twitch. For those who do follow me on Twitter/X, we are coming to you live over there as well. So let's see. So it'll be a flagrant one on Chelsea Green. Oh, sorry, Chelsea Gray. Sorry, I had a lot of wrestling on my brain. Yeah. Yeah, just the elbow. Really can't do that. Yeah. I mean, what happens when you get elbowed right in the chicklets? I think it looked like it was just like an accident elbow, but unfortunately, it kind of bit Chelsea right in the ass. It got her a flagrant one. So obviously, so wait and see if we can get Jay Melvin right back on the floor. So yeah. Mm-mm-mm. So we're gonna take a quick little timeout. Obviously they're gonna try to get her out of the locker room. Anyways, but shout out to everyone that's in the chat. Hold on. See, try to see if I can get Tyler up in here because been a while since he and I did a WNBA game together. But hey, anyways, looks like it's just gonna be me tonight, but no worries. I got y'all covered. Shout out to the 110 that's up in here. So I mean, right looking at it, but yeah, gonna go to. But yeah, the thing is too that the funny thing is the fact that you had DeWanna Bonner get released. I mean, which I don't want to say that's not a complete surprise to by anybody's imagination. But the way how she was playing though, and kind of the fact that she voiced her frustration, not I guess you could say not being used right. I mean, look, if you're not playing well, I mean, well, you're gonna have somebody else to kind of take your spot. So I mean, not really, not really much going on about that. But hey, hey, shit happens. But besides that, Sunday we'll be back at again at 8:30. I gotta write the roster song for that. What's going on, Arco? So I mean, see Asia Wilson now, especially the last game she played. I think he now put up 5,000 career points. Now, call me crazy, but I do think there's a possibility one of these women, these ladies. Hey, I like I said, I got no comment because, like I said, I haven't hardly watching the Phillies at all this year. I mean, I say I'll watch them occasionally because let's be real, this team pisses me off. But the technical free throw, so Centron will hit them both. That leads up to 4. Yeah, apparently we can't do shit on the road either, so don't make no goddamn sense. So, like I said, until Dave gets his head out of his ass, but anyways, but now we got Austin looking, he hands it off to Sutton. Sutton out to Arafin off the glass. That is good for 2. Nice little down low for Kiki Arafin out of USC. I got Young to Wilson out to Lloyd. So that's Gray to Wilson. Hands it out to Lloyd. Back at tips and taken away by Shakira Austin. Here come the Mystics. Centron leading the charge. He hands it off to Sutton. Nice little up and under goes Kiki. No, it kind of rims in and out. Rebound by Jackie Young. Young. No, had to put the brakes on it. Out to nice looking out. Oh, hello, high off the glass for 2 from Chelsea Gray. Or sorry, Jewel Lloyd. That 3 is no good. And that's going to be out of bounds. Be Aces basketball. Not wrong on that. Gray out to Lloyd. Lloyd. Nice little ball moving out to Wilson in the corner. Nice out to Stokes for 2. Cuts it down to 2. And then got Sutton post up on Lloyd. Screened by Arafin out to Austin. To Centron. Centron driving up and under. That is good for 2 from Sonia Centron. I got Lloyd off the glass. Good for 2 from Joe Lloyd herself. And I got Austin. Now to Centron. Now to Sutton. Sutton back to Centron. Out to Austin. Austin taking on Stokes, and that's going to be knocked out of bounds. It's still going to say Washington basketball. Let's go. There we go. That 3 off the glass and good for 3. Sutton calling bank off the glass. And another offensive. Jesus Christ. I don't know, but Drew Lloyd took a bit of a shot. Unfortunately, a little popped in the face. Yeah. Now we got a ref you suck chance. That should not even be an offensive foul if she was trying to get the name handoff going. But hey, what am I? It's not wrong on that. So. Mm-mm-mm. So looking at the little bit of the review, it's the second one we have all right just before he so far here in the first. Mm-mm-mm. She's not wrong on that. Look at the standings. You also have Minnesota with the best record at 12-2. Then you get the Liberty 11-3, Phoenix 11-4, Atlanta 10-5, Seattle 9-6, Golden State, which I will say kind of underestimated their first season. They're 7-7. Same with Vegas. Then you have Indiana and Washington tied for eighth with the both 7-8 record. So far, in terms of you look at the if the playoffs ended right now, those would be your eight. So. So Suge Sutton gets popped. It made no damn sense. How the fuck are you gonna give? I don't mean no. And Wilson hits the first technical. So now we got Sutton. Out to Austin on the wing. Post up on Stokes. Austin taking it herself. Fadeaway jumper and will draw the contact. And that's going to go against Kia Stokes, which, to be honest, you know what? Kind of crazy enough. I might actually bring back the Aces Talk podcast or something like that. I don't know. Or maybe talk about ball with the ladies, which haven't really been doing as much, but we'll see. And the first for Shakira Austin, that is down. That is good for one. And second free throw. We'll hit them both. So now we got Young out to Dana Gray to Wilson for three. A little bit short. That's pulled down by Centron. So we have 13. So we have a lead 9 on the floor for the Aces. And Austin hands it out to Sutton. Sutton out to Irrifin for the long two. That's short. Pulled down by Chelsea Gray for the rebound. Now we got Gray to Wilson. Almost lost it. He recovers. Tough defense by some good defense by Shakira Austin. Now got the Mystics holding 6. Now we got Sutton into the paint, a little for 2, and that is good. It's now up to 8 for the Washington Mystics here. About 5-10 to go here in the first. So now we got Gray Nice little pump fake from Jackie Young for 2. So under 5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Mystics still hold a 6-point lead. Arafendi hands it up to Centron. And now we got a foul. Looks like and we're going to send it the other way. At 4:53 on. Yeah. So now we got Young Jackie Young leading the point. Now hands up to Wilson, back out to Young. Young looking back to Wilson for 2. Nice little mid-range for 2. He's now to 4 for the Mystics here in the first, reaching about the 4.5 mark here, and we are officially Centron almost back. Nice ball movement out to Arafin for 3. Down it goes. And that was Lucy Olsen for 3. He's now back up to 7. Here comes Young Wilson for the free throw line. That is good. Now we got Sutton. Hands it off to Dolson. So the Centron. Back out to Sutton. A little help from Arafin. And now we got another foul. So it looks like we got 24. We got Leah Edwards now on the floor. So now we got Dana Evans coming in. And that Dolson out to Centron. Olsen for 3. No, too strong. There's Leah 9 pulled down the rebound. Nice ball movement. Young for 3 herself, and it's good. And that's one way to pick your teammate up. Leads up to 2 for the Mystics. Yeah, about under 3.5 to go here in the first quarter. So now we got Centron. Out to Edwards. Out to Olsen. Olsen looking. Kicks it out to Dolson. Now back out to Centron. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Centron to the basket. Short. And now we got a jump ball at 3:09 on the clock. Percentages are night and day with wins versus losses. They really are. Stand out so much. With 7 assists on 8 big field goals right now for the Aces. I think it's take that ratio every night you can. And the Aces will come up with the basketball. Here comes Young. Picked up by Olsen. Young taking herself with the floater. Ties it at 20 for Jackie Young. So now we got Sutton. Out to Dolson in the pose. Good for 2 for Stephanie Dolson. Gets her first points of the night. Now we got Young. Young picked up by Dolson. Young for 3. Short. Gets her own miss. And we'll draw it. And we'll take the cup for 2. All knotted up at 22 apiece. Sutton to Dolson for 3. Short. And there's Nye with the rebound. Here comes Young. Back out to Nye. To Young. Young for 3. No. And that's Olsen coming down with the rebound for the Mystics. Here about the reach the 2-minute mark. Arafin off the nope. Short mid-range can't go. Pulled down by Asia Wilson. And Wilson. So that was Edwards. My apologies. Now we got Young. Young thought about it. Heat check three. Out to Wilson. Wilson taking on Edwards to the cup. And we'll draw the context and to go to the line for two. With a $1.39 to go here in the first quarter. Someone to shoot around was spent. You heard it from Waldo. It was where is Asia Wilson? The help is always supposed to be there as soon as she catches the basketball. Jackie Young, she is playing on a mission. Not just settling for the three, but aggressive to the rim. And the first free throw, no good. Mm-mm-mm. And now we got Kirsten Belno on the floor. And Wilson for the lead. 1-2 from the free throw line. Now we got Sutton. Out to Edwards in the post. Picked up by Bell Edwards. And that is good. And Washington holds the lead by one. With about a minute 17 to go. Bell hands it up to Young. Young. Nice little high screen. Can it go? No, that's Dolson coming up with the rebound. Now we got Sutton holding under a 1-point lead. Sutton for three. A little bit too strong. And Dolson fighting for the board. Nope. Won by Asia Wilson. 44 seconds to go here in the first. We got Young. And that's good for two by Young. Now we got Edwards to Olsen. Olsen for three. Down it goes for Lucy Olsen. So now we got Young out to Bell, back to Young. Bell for three. No, short, and that's off the side of the rim, and that's going to be out of bounds. We're going the other way. So about 11 seconds to go here in the first quarter. So Wilson going to take a bit of a breather on the bench. Now we got Olsen driving to the cup and gets that to fall for two. And the first quarter comes to a close. And the Mystics take quarter number one, 29-25. So, I mean, so far, I'm the Aces. We gotta do better protecting the basket. So let's be real. Kia Stokes, I like what she brings, but at the same time, it's also a friggin' hindrance. She is fucking slow as molasses. But hey. Anyway, so Shout out to everyone that's up in here. For those who are watching the Twitter page, definitely come around the YouTube page as well. Like I said, still the same content as usual. But yeah. Anyways, so I mean, like I said, defend the paint because, like I said, Kia Stokes is slow as friggin' molasses. Because look, I like what it don't make no damn sense to have. That's why I still think. Anyways, so I got 9. Take it to the cup herself. We'll get it for 2. Let's Sutton to Arafin for 2, and that is good. And he's back up to 4 for the Mystics. So now we got Bell out to Nye. Back out to Bell. Bell putting on the ice skates. Back out to Nye with 7 seconds on the shot clock. 5 seconds. 4, 3. Heat check from Bell. No. And that's Arafin with the rebound. And here comes Sutton speeding her way up the court. And that is easy coast to coast for Sutton. So now we got Evans on the floor. Out to Gray. To Bell. Off the glass. Can't get that to go. Oh, easy opportunity. And that's Shakira going to the line for 2 for the 3-point play. Yeah. It's not, and that's going to look like it's going to be on Kia Stokes. Like I said, this is why if I'm the Vegas front office, I'd start looking for another center to replace Stokes that actually could. I mean, granted, yes, you got fucking Wilson, but she's more of your power forward. You could slide her to the 5. And the 3-point play for Austin. No. There's Nye out to Evans. Evans taking it herself. Nye for 3. That is no good. Arafan with the board. Here comes Sutton. Secure. Nice look to Sutton. And another foul by the Aces. So now we got Sika Kone to the line for 2. And the first. And it's no good right off the rim. Now here comes Wilson. And Wilson back in for the Aces. Yeah, definitely get the length part. And 1 or 2 from the free throw line. So now here comes. Now I got Evans. Look, nice little help out to Wilson. Now out to Gray. Gray from the nice little pump fake from the mid range. Down it goes for Chelsea Gray. And also can't go, and that's going to be knocked out of bounds for going the other way. Now we got Evans. Screen by Wilson. Out to Wilson. Now to Gray. Gray. Nice little look to Wilson for two from the mid range. Cannot get that. Rebound pulled out by Shakira Austin. Now here comes Sutton. Picked up by Evans. Sutton screened by Irfin. Sutton on the baseline. Out to Olsen and turns it over to the hands of Wilson. Asia out to 9 for 3. A little bit short. And there's Irfin pulling out the rebound. And Mystics come away with a lucky break. So we got Austin. Oh, to Irfin on the back out to Austin. Thought about it. 3 steps inside for a long two. Too strong. An offensive rebound into the hands of Irfin. Now we got Olsen. Olsen for a 3. No. And that is Wilson fighting for the rebound. So now we got Gray. Little thread the kneel to Wilson in the post. Step fadeaway jumper. A little blocked up top from Shakira Austin. So now we got Sutton. Sutton steps inside from the free throw line. No. And that's another rebound for Wilson. Hands it off to Chelsea. So now we got Gray posted up on Sutton. Out to Evans. Evans for 3. Down it goes for Dana Evans. Now the lead's cut down to 4 for the Mystics. So now I got Olsen. Olsen looking up to Austin. Austin posting up, turnaround jumper. No, just barely clips the rim to avoid the shot clock violation. And here come the Aces led by Gray. Ball in her hands. And Kone will and Gray will draw the contact of Kone. And now you go a little quick timeout break. 5:05 on the clock. Ooh. Anyways. Oh my God. Anyways, let me see. Oh. So far, 13 points for Jackie Young, 13-2-2 so far on the Knights. Only 6 for 8 from the field. And that's Jackie Young for it. Like, she will be that hot hand when you really need it. So now we got Young to Gray. Oh, come on, Amazon. What are you doing? All right, Jesus Christ, with Amazon. So now we got Sutton around the screen and hands it out to Dolson. Now to Centron. Centron to Dolson in the paint. Nice double team by the Aces. Kicks it out to Sutton. It's 5 seconds on the shot clock. Kone for 3. Down it goes for Sika Kone. Leads now holds back up to 7. Gray, and that is poked away by Kiki Arafani. And that is lefty Leia good for 2. And we got a timeout by the Aces. Oh my God. Yep. Poor offense. Yeah. Poor possession of the basketball from the Aces on that try. Now that he puts himself in the whole a 9-point deficit. Now, granted, yes, I can see it could be a little bit whole different, but still doesn't change the fact that right now the Aces don't look, like I said, don't look like they're like the shell of themselves. Because I'm going to say this too. Like, if this continue, like say, if the season continues the way I don't think it's going to go. But I do. If it does, this season is going to be a wash. But at the same point, there's some stuff that needs to be done. Well, first, get better center help because let's be real, Kia Stokes, love her, but I don't think she's like the way she plays is it's don't really care for it because she's slow. Like you have a lot of the defenders. It's just a lot of people are just getting by her, and to be fair, I mean, plus, that's kind of no knock on her, but I mean, yeah, there's nobody there to help her. But at the same point, that's also her fault being slow that she is, being slow that she is. Oh my God, my eye, that shit itches. Man, look at Centron. I mean, yeah, took a massive shot. Showing her after taking a massive shot. And with a little bit of a chick tooth. So now we got Young picked up with Centron. Now to Wilson off the glass. We'll draw the contact to the goal line for 2. So Wilson into the line for 2. And the first by Wilson. She hits it. So wins. Me Young shooting 48% from the wins. Yeah, that's a well. I mean, great. You drop it down a little bit, 4%. And the second is good. So leads up, still holds 7. Ain't not much going on there. And now we got Sutton out to Edwards. Now looking out to Dolson on the wing. Now hands out to Centron. And that's almost picked off, and that's going to be knocked out of bounds. So the ball sticks with Washington. So at least 6 seconds on the shot clock. And Sugg for 3. Nope. And there's Aaliyah Edwards with the offensive board. Put back. Nope. And that is Jude Lloyd coming up with a rebound. Down 7. Lloyd from the free throw line. No. It rims it out and falls in the hands of Dolson. Here comes the Mystics. Sutton. Out to Edwards. Hands off to Centron. Centron, she will get fouled. That's the 3rd on the Aces. This is kind of what I. So we're getting outscored 18-5 from the bench. Oh, that's something you don't want to fucking see, but oh well. Look at Olsen for 3. No. And there's Lloyd with the board. Or so that's Jackie Young looking at the rebound. And we got another. Olsen will get knocked for a personal foul. Team's 3rd. So now we got Gray. 2:40 to go here in the first half. Wilson off the glass. That is good. Now we got Olsen. Now to Edwards. To Centron. Now to Dolson. Looking out to Lucian Olsen on the wing. Back to Centron. Centron for 3. Down it goes for Sonia Centron. So now we got Gray. Gray looking for the free throw line. Rattles it home for 2. Only 4 points for Gray. Non-existent in this first half. So now we got Edwards out to Dolson. Looking. Or so that's Edwards saying that gets taken away by Gray. And here come the Aces. And Gray looking to Wilson for 2. Down it goes. And the lead's now to 4. And we got a timeout by the Mystics. $1:32. Hey, you gotta love to see it. So now let's see. Now I got Dolson out to Sutton. Back to Dolson at the free throw line to Olsen. Dolson. Centron for three. Down it goes. Oh boy. Now what do you got to do? Offensive three, defensive, and the offensive foul. Man, 6 for 13 for the mistake from three, 2 for 9 for the aces. Maybe I'm starting to really regret doing the eight. That's why I haven't hardly meeting to recover the aces this year because the way how. And there's Austin. Turner's nice spin move for two. There's Nye. Out to Gray. Or so that's Jewel Lloyd. No, that's Gray. Wilson for the free throw line. Round. Nice little jumper for two. So now I got Centron. We got to ride that hot hand. Pulls up from mid range. Down it goes from mid. Damn. Fadeaway jumper for Gray. That is good. That is 6 points for her. So now we got Sutton. Edwards will go to the line for two, and that's to be the fourth on the aces. And Chelsea Gray picks up her third. So now we got Kiki Airfit now to the line for two. And the first rounds home for one. Leads down to 8 for the Washington Mystics. And the second. She rounds home both. Nope. And we're at the halftime here, folks. So, that being said, you know how it is. We'll be taking a quick little halftime break. And we'll be back after this. Alrighty, we're officially back from half. Yeah, and yeah, I mean, for those who do follow me on Twitter, yeah, not just getting beat on the glass and the defensive end of the floor, and they just mentioned too on the broadcast, it's the turnovers. The turnovers are killing the fucking Aces, which is something you want to see after a team that won 2 WNBA championships. But anyways, we just got Young who scored 13 of the Aces 25 first quarter points, which I mean, yeah. So we're going to start the third quarter with Washington holding 9 over the Aces. Players at 18 average 18 plus, 4 rebounds for over 4 assists. Sykes and Onescu from the Liberty. That's crazy. And here we go. So now we got Gray out to Young. Young looking. Picked up by Centron. Wilson with the screen. Out to Gray. Thought about a 3. I think should have might have just taken it. Turnaround jumper for Wilson. Can't go. And there's now about time Stokes actually does fucking done something. But I still think at times Stokes at times does get beat a lot. So now we got Wilson turns. Spin move can't go. And there's Austin with the rebound. Now we got Sutton. Looking out to Irfan. That's going to be poked out of bounds by the Aces. Still Washington basketball. At 9:24 remaining here in the third. Now we got Austin. Thought about handing off to. Want to take some stuff on the baseline. And it looks like she gotten fouled. But I mean, still. You twat waffle. So, and a 3-point play coming by Centron. God damn. She reads with her opportunities, presents herself. She doesn't force too much. And a lot of times, if you look at her score, and a 3-point play is good. You are not a rookie, are some of the first words that Sonya Citron heard when drafted by the Mystics. Wilson for 3. Nope, too strong. And rebound. We're going the other way. Under 9 minutes to go here in the third. So now we got Sutton. Sutton looking out to Austin. Austin posting up. Challenges Stokes, but no shot there. And nice little thread the needle, but it's taken away by Olsen. Here come the Mystics. Another turnover by the Aces. Here comes Irfan off the glass, gets her own miss. And we'll get fouled, and we'll go to the line for the 3-point play. Jesus Christ Almighty! Asia will draw her first. And hits them both, or hits the 3-point play. Here comes Jackie Young. Out to Wilson, posted up on Austin. Out to Stokes, almost caught it up. That's Lloyd short. Centron with the rebound. Here comes Sonia. Hands it off to Sutton. Sutton out to Arafin. Now hands it off to thought about handing out to Olsen. Back out to Sutton at the top of the key. Picked up by Jackie Young. About 8 minutes to go. With Sutton to the cup. Short. And there's another rebound by. Like the rebound. Okay, I'll talk about something just a. And that's almost another turn. And that's another turnover by the Aces. And here comes Sutton on the breakaway. Hands it up to Olsen. Gets blocked from Jackie Young. Sutton for three. Down it goes. What the fuck? Yeah, that is true. And now we. Oh boy. A 9-0 run. Oh my. Well, this sucks. Oh my god. But yeah, and that's another thing too. Going back to my thing with Kia Stokes, look, I don't hate the woman, but the fact of the matter is, look, this is where I'm going to have. I'm going to give my gripes with Becky. If you know that Stokes is a liability on the floor, stop playing her. Like have someone else fill in, taking her spot. Maybe Elizabeth Kidley for Christ's sakes. At least have something that actually knows how to score. I get the rebound. She's in there for the rebounding part, but what else can she fucking do? Like she doesn't. She barely fucking scores. I mean, at this point, like I don't understand it. But Yvonne Becky, like I would start, or at least, or now I know this sounds like the horse, but I do think that at some point this is a conversation we need to have, especially among a lot of Aces fans. Like, look, everyone else I actually enjoy watching, but it's the one weakness is fucking goddamn Kia Stokes. Like, what the fuck is going? Like, at some point, she's got to realize that that's mostly Stokes can't really fucking do much. And like I said, even on Twitter, when I was posting my halftime and stuff like that, Kia Stokes is slower than the bucket full of molasses. But anyways, we're back in here after a 9-0 run by the Mystics. So now we got Jackie Young. She pulls up from mid range. Down it goes. The fact that actually anyone's doing anything for this team is Jackie Young. I mean, Gray's been MIA, pretty much been quiet. I mean, Wilson, she'll get her chances here and there. Lloyd's been quiet. Kia Stokes stinks, and that's going to be another foul going against the not I don't know why I almost fucking said Liberty, the Aces, and that's looks like we're going to have Tiffany Mitchell now on the floor, along with Kitley Holmes, Joyner Holmes, that is. So now we got Austin post up by Nye. Austin to the cup, gets blocked. And here comes Dana Evans leading the charge for the Aces down big. Joyner Holmes short on the three. That's rebounded by. Oh my lord, this is ugly. That three is good. Oh, Jesus Christ. And that shot can't fall. Austin with the rebound. Here comes Sutton. Out to Centron. Up to the cup. He can't get that to go, but she does get fouled. Right. Right. Oh, right then. And the first free throw is good for Sonia Centron. And the second. And another leads up to 20. Hey, Lord, oh fucking mighty. Maybe I'm regretting doing this. There goes Evans to Nye. Back out to Evans. Also, that's no, that three is good. Okay. So another three by Dana Evans, and that's not really doing much in terms of this deficit, for Christ's sakes. And EFN will get called for the high moving screen. Yeah, right on EFN. It doesn't really matter the way how the fucking Washington's been playing tonight. Like, if you lose one or two players, I mean, the way you've been playing tonight, that speaks a lot. The next woman up, and there goes Mitchell. Now out to Evans. No, sorry, that's Evans. Step back two. Down it goes for Dana Evans. So now we got Sutton. Out to Centron. Centron looking out. That's a little ball movement out to Sutton. To Centron. Now to Dolson. Dolson. No, so that's Sutton. And now we got a foul. And looks like that is going to be Joyner Holmes going to be drawing, committed the team's fifth. I, I don't know, man. Like I said, this year being an Ace fan, it has been rough. Seeing this team go from winning back-to-back championships, yeah, had a bit of a hangover the year after, and now being this after the first free throw is good by Stephanie Dolson. And she hits them both. So now we got Evans to Holmes for three. Down it goes for Joyner Holmes. Evans on the assist. So now we got Sutton. Now to Olsen. Olsen looking to Dolson for three. Short. And that is rebounded by Dana Evans. Picked up by Centron. So now we got Evans taking it. Put the brakes on. Nope, nobody home there. Here comes Centron. Almost got fouled. Centron hands it off to Sutton, lobbing it up, and there is another foul on the floor. And then, so another foul on the Aces. That might look like that's going against Kitley. Oh, yeah. Makes no damn sense. So, in time for the second one for Aaliyah Edwards, and she hits it 70-54 for the Mystics over the Aces. And it's going to be a rough one for y'all, for us Aces fans out there this year. There goes, was a 9, or so that's, and there's another turnover by the Aces. So we got a movie screen against Kitley. Good fucking God help us all. 9 turnovers. What the fuck? There goes Olsen for 2. Down it goes. That's just easy money for Lucy Olsen. So now we got Evans. Here comes Evans to the cup. He kicks it out to Joyner Holmes for 3. Nope. And there goes Olsen with the rebound. Here come the mistakes. Nice look to Edwards. That is good for 2. The lead is now at 20. So now we got Mitchell. Mitchell to the cup. And we'll draw the contact and go to line for 2. Yeah. Oh my God. You have got y'all Vegas, y'all can't be serious tonight. And hits a 3-point play. Yeah. So now we got Sutton up by 23. Sutton to the cup. That is good for 2. Nice little right hand finish. So now we got Nye. Hands it to Kitley. Kitley hands it off to Mitchell. Mitchell from 2. No siree. There's Edwards with the board. And here come the Mystics. Still holding strong over the Aces. It's under 2:20 to go. Now we got Sutton. Sutton for 3. Down it fucking goes. Yeah. And now it looks like we're going to have the starters come back in. 20 fucking. Now I always see why we have the fucking goddamn. And the first free throw is good. Yeah, I wonder if Gustafson did not get got a DMP. Hey, what the fuck? So now we got Evans for the second, and she hits them both. Leads back up to 20 for the Mystics. Now we got Sutton, picked up by Evans. Looking to, so Arafin. Nope. And there's Shakira Austin offensive rebound. And Stokes pokes it away. Actually doesn't do anything fucking meaningful for a change with this goddamn team. Here comes Jackie Young. Floater can't go. And there's Austin again with the rebound. Here comes Olsen. Olsen to the cup. And we'll draw the contact. No, really? Oh, no contact? Okay, I thought I heard a whistle, but I was wrong. Centron to Arafin. A little short midi. Can't go. Dane Evans with the board. Look, nice little ball movement out to Jackie Young to Wilson, who will draw the contact. And that's going to be against Sutton, team's fourth. That's her first, team's fourth. Yeah, I'll give Dana Evans a lot of credit coming off the bench like that. So now we got Gray to Wilson. Should have put it up. Turnaround jumper, short. And that's falling in the hands of Washington. And now here we go. Sutton to Arafin. Arafin back out to Sutton. Now to Austin. Austin from deep two. Can't fall. And offensive rebound fault by Jewel Lloyd under 30 seconds to go. And then my and here come the aces. 3, 2, 1. And that is the end of the third. At this point, holy crap. To be honest, y'all, this is ridiculous. But I'm probably just gonna leave this off here. Appreciate y'all coming in, especially for those who are watching from the Twitter page. If you guys new, definitely hit that like button. Come over to the YouTube side. Make sure you guys smash the like button, hit that subscribe button, and ring that notification bell. And that being said, I am gone. This is some bullshit.